everybody, how's it going? Now, if you saw these videos before I unlisted them and deleted them, I will be doing a permanent final response to those videos that are no longer available because I deleted them because safety reasons. If you remember my love binding spell jar busting and cracking open, I gave my paranormal thoughts, Earth's Curious Goods thoughts, because he's the one that came up with the spell, and I messaged him about it first. And then Frater Nabo, who is a good friend of mine, he gave his thoughts. We all gave some ideas on the paranormal aspects of it. Then Blue Sage and I forget who else. I want to say the Mysterious. I want to say it was them. And they gave their scientific answers, which, if you've been a long-time follower of my channel, you know that I take the scientific approach first before ruling anything out as paranormal, the unknown, etc., etc. Blue Jar, yeah. That's your new name, Sage. Blue Jar. I'm joking. Blue Sage said that I was using the wrong type of jar. I had a shouldered, narrow neck jar, which are prone to crack easily. And then the Mysterious, I want to say it was you. They gave the answer saying that I filled it up too much. Since ice expands, and anything expands when you freeze it, that it cracked because, well, I filled it up too much, which is true. So I do it again. I do it twice. And then you all know that the other one, well, that one didn't work out because it was a fixed point for this person that her and her boyfriend were never going to be. So it's just one of those things you can't fight. Which explained when I opened the jar after it defrosted, it gave out a tremendous and horrendous stench. Like worse than sulfur, if you can even believe it. Which I guess was a good indication that their relationship was that horrible. But again, that video is deleted. So I did it again. And the jar is currently still in my freezer intact. Well, the other day, I was given the motivation and inspiration to continue my practices because I really want to do magic for hire, but I do not want to do anything without testing it on me or others first. I will not go into business scamming people. All right? I am not doing shit until I get satisfactory results. I'm in my car, so if you don't like all the fucking noise, fucking deal with it. Anyway. So I start picking up the jars again. Same spell. Well, I used a narrow neck shoulder jar, but I had the right idea of not filling it all the way up. I left about maybe 1.5 inches from the top, giving it plenty of room. I do the spell. I go down there to the freezer, put it in there. Next day, I have to go put some groceries in the freezer downstairs. And I noticed this huge crack on the side of that glass. I was like, fuck! It didn't bust. It just cracked. I was like, fuck. And I'm like, well, I got a candle jar that's not a shouldered jar. It has a wide mouth. It has a metallic lid. So let's just try that one. So I cleaned it out. Remaining candle wax. I cleansed it physically and energetically. I do the spell again. I put it down in the freezer. And the next day, I was actually curious. It cracked and it busted. And I was like, oh, fuck! God damn it! So, I got like a half an hour before I got to go to work yesterday. And here I am, goofing off, looking up, why are my jars breaking? Well, I'm going to put the link in the description for all you Thundercats out there who may find yourself in a similar predicament. The OGs like Blue Sage, I want to say the Mysterious. Y'all know. You all know what's up. But I'm reading this website and it occurred to me that the one that's still standing is, first of all, a wide mouth jar, like I mentioned earlier. 2, it is a tempered glass, which has a lesser chance of busting. And I, for the life of me, cannot remember if I left enough space for it to expand. For the life of me. And I'm like, huh. I'm looking at the jar. I'm like, there's a difference in the glass. Like, you can tell immediately between the other 2 jars. And then I go back upstairs and I look at the jar that I made for my friend. And that one is tempered too. That one's tempered too. I'm like, huh. And then I'm reading the website and it's saying, whatever you put in a jar is going to expand. So you want to leave enough room, like the person said. The narrow neck versus the wide mouth, like Blue Sage said. You want to use tempered glass as opposed to like regular glass jars, like the Sugarlands moonshine jar, spaghetti jars, what have you. You want to use tempered glass because that one has a less chance of busting and cracking open. Now, you can use regular jars, but you still run the risk. But you gotta follow the guidelines of not filling it too much, and yeah. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm running out of jars. Now, I still have that one that I made for my friend. And I'm going to definitely clean it because it still has that horrendous stink. I'm definitely going to energetically clean it. And I will try again. But Earth's Curious Goods said that you can also use a freezer bag. Which, why I'm out and you can hear all this goddamn fucking traffic from all these goddamn parasites, is because I had to go to the store and I figured, what the fuck? I'll get a freezer bag. If that fucking cracks open, there's something definitely spiritually going on here. Because I just had 2 jars within 24 hours bust and crack open to me, and I'm thinking, okay, I know my girlfriend's magically attacking me and shit, but there has to be some scientific explanation bullshit going on here. So, to all you people out there that are like me, that want to, make love jars and put them in the freezer without having to resort to plastic, yeah, the link is in the description. You can read all the rules on it. But as I was saying, you always want to do scientific research before jumping into the paranormal. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. Again, I want to get into magic for hire, but I don't want to be a scammer. And an old-time friend at my local metaphysical shop said that I don't have it in me to be a scammer. So he gave me that inspiration and motivation. And, yeah. With that, I'm going to call it a video. My links are in the description. If you want to come find me, that link is there. Earth's Curious Goods videos there if you want to watch that. And with that, I will say I love you. Thank you. Cool runnings. Irie Ites.